NBC News is coming for your entertainment. They want to take away what you enjoy watching so that you are forced to watch the only alternative, which is the corporate press. This is why they despise capitalism. They do not like competition. They want a system where the government handles evil misinformation online by hiring prestigious authoritative sources like NBC News. Because they looked at the numbers from TikTok and from YouTube and from Instagram, and they were very concerned, #concerned, because so many people watched celebrity gossip and didn't watch the prestigious authoritative sources. Now, I got the question, why do you think that this article is a hit piece? Which is a very reasonable question, right? Because if you look at the article, they're just naming a couple of YouTubers. There is a channel on YouTube called Law and Crime. And I believe that one actually managed to make even more views than all of these independent content creators combined. And there's no mention about them. Isn't that interesting? Why wouldn't you mention one of the biggest, most viewed channels in the article, Mrs. Cat? You can't power word name them. Is that why? You didn't know their names, so you can't mention them. That was very interesting. Now, of course, people are responding to this, and this is my question. If the live streams were so profitable, why didn't you cover them? Because this is the narrative that I heard from a lot of the authoritative sources. That, the people, they covered it for the money. Why didn't you? Aren't you in the business of making money, or is your publication making money for free? Is Business Insider not interested in making profits? And this is exactly what Yellow Flash wants to know. How much do you make for writing these articles, Cat? I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Power word real name. Am I supposed to say? Because usually I would just say Business Insider wrote an article, right? Like this is how I present it on my channel. But since they power word real name every single independent content creator, can I just say Cat? I mean, it's public knowledge. You're on Twitter, right? I usually try not to do this because I think it's poor form. It's not professional. But okay, I mean, look. They actually give the names of every one of these YouTubers. What do you make, Cat? She's paid in cat, says Nick. How dare they work 10 hours a day and get paid? By the way, live streaming is very difficult. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you, because on one hand, you have to watch what's going on. On the other hand, you need to think about the commentary that you need to say. And you need to be entertaining with the chat. And you have to watch the chat as well. Like, I know before doing live streaming, I was looking at Let's Plays and I was thinking, oh my god, that's so easy to do. But it's not so easy to do, because you're playing the game, you're watching the chat, you're thinking what you should say to entertain the chat. It's a lot more difficult, and doing it for 10 hours is exhausting, right? So all of these content creators, especially Nick, I got a lot of respect for him. I mean, he got 4, sometimes even 6 other lawyers, and he was talking with them. And they were discussing the trial. That's hard work. That's, of course, like, you should get paid for it. I mean, the people at the Business Insider get paid for writing these articles. What's wrong with getting paid for what you do? But I guess, like, what's wrong is that these people are getting popular. And that's a problem. I guess it's a danger for our democracy, I suppose. They spent more than 7 weeks live streaming every day, from the start of court till the day it ended. It explaining each court proceeding and then summarizing each day and the things happening in court with no bias, and just by studying the evidence, testimonies, unlike the mainstream media. I mean, yeah, the mainstream media just shows you a couple of clips and then tell you what to think. It's kind of difficult to be told what to think by a live streamer who's live streaming everything from the beginning to the end, which is probably what they don't like. So what? Jealous much? I mean, they're getting roasted in the comment sections. And that's a good thing, right? Because usually I have seen when pushback happens, it does work. But other times when there's no pushback, then they get what they want. And I guarantee to you, what they want is to limit the way people like Nick get super chats. Right? Like, to consider maybe that when there's a big controversy going on, that there's no super chats happening regarding that controversy, unless it's from authoritative sources. Because what they managed to pull off in the previous time they attacked YouTube was that only authoritative news gets to be promoted. So if you actually search for something like a news event, breaking news, whatever, you're going to find the corporate media in the beginning of the search results, and only then will you find the independent content creators. And it's not just with the news. I mean, it's going to video games as well. Like if you search for trailers and whatnot, you're going to first find the corporations like IGN, GameSpot, so on and so forth. And only then do you get to see the independent content creators. And I don't know if people actually want that, considering that it's called YouTube. I mean, they go for the independent content creators, not for the corporations. If you want to watch CNN, you go on the CNN website. Doesn't that make sense? Let me know what you guys think, though, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.